Alright niggas, if you've been living under a rock, Tyler Robinson, the alleged shooter of Charlie Kirk, is in trial or court or something, and basically they were not able to prove that the bullet that hit Charlie Kirk came from his weapon. Now this doesn't automatically mean that Tyler Robinson is free to go and that he didn't do the shooting. It's just evidence that he may not have done it, and his lawyers are going to use this as evidence to prove that he didn't do the shooting. However, in the court of law, this does happen often, especially with guns. To actually match a bullet with a gun is very difficult. You have to actually look at the inside of the barrel of the gun and match up its linings with the bullet. However, the bullet is usually destroyed and burned after it's hit the target, so it's very difficult and sometimes impossible in some cases to match it up perfectly. So then the opposing lawyers are just going to use other evidences to prove that he did do the shooting. But let's all just be honest here. The Charlie Kirk assassination has just been handled extremely poorly. It's very embarrassing for the United States of America and the FBI. The so-called best intelligence agencies in the world that are here to protect us, and they literally treated this whole assassination as a joke. Even if we say Tyler Robinson did the assassination, let's just be honest here. Who really benefits the most from his assassination? Who was Tyler Robinson really working for if he did do the assassination? Let's just be honest. It was the cookies, man. They got his ass.
And yes, we murked that nigga Charlie Kirk.
Literally right after Charlie Kirk got assassinated, Benjamin Netanyahu tweets, regulated, it was the radical Islamists and the radical leftists that got him. It was not us. And he had to clarify 1,000 times that he was not part of the assassination. And this was right after Charlie Kirk got assassinated. Why would he have to make a statement like that? It's clearly obvious, okay? The cookies were involved in this assassination and they benefited from it the most. If you don't know, Charlie Kirk was basically, working with Turning Point USA, and they were directly funded by the cookies. In return, he got his fame, he was able to push out his values and stuff and do the debates, but in return, he just had to push out cookie ideologies and support the cookies in return for his funding. And, who knows, maybe he couldn't sleep at night, maybe he decided to wake up, but he started to actually wake up before he got assassinated. He started questioning the cookie government. He was against the Iran war, and lo and behold, literally right after he started questioning them, he gets assassinated. It was clear that they got him so that he couldn't speak out more because he had an enormous amount of fan bases, and already the cookies are losing a lot of fan bases, so it'd be really bad if they lost his massive fan base as well. And also it was easy because if they assassinated him, well, it's going to deter a lot of other influencers and a lot of other people from doing college debates and trying to get enormous influence from the normies. But even if we look at his assassination, it's all just very suspicious. He gets assassinated and literally they brush it off like it was nothing. Everyone moved on so quickly from Charlie Kirk's assassination. Trump himself, literally a week after he got assassinated, they were asking him questions and he literally just brushed it off. He was like, yeah, the White House, it looks so beautiful, the White House. Erica Kirk, who is Charlie Kirk's wife, is being a hoe, and she was kissing JD Vance, and she's obviously fake crying and putting tears and doing fireworks and all this bullshit. She literally looks like an animal doll. She looks so creepy. And then now she's trying to turn Charlie Kirk into some sort of prophet of God and God in flesh by saying that when Charlie used to walk in the room, the lights used to flicker. Literally ever since his assassination happened, we had no updates on Tyler Robinson or about the case at all until now. The director of the FBI, Gosh Patel, also got his freaking files leaked. He got fully doxxed, he got his emails leaked, and literally the United States is going through a humiliation ritual right now. Yeah, I mean, if you literally don't get the memo yet, it's very obvious who assassinated Charlie Kirk. Who benefited it from the most. Again, I didn't really like Charlie Kirk. I wish I could legally box him if I could, because of just the stupid things that he said about Palestine and Muslims and spreading all that propaganda. Yes, he did spread a lot of good things, but just because of that, I wish I could legally box him. But again, we can't really celebrate his death. It was still a horrible way to die, and it was a cowardice way, for the people who did assassinate him. Even the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was at a graveyard of a Jew who was an enemy of Islam, I believe. And, the companions asked him, yo, why are you here? Why are you paying respects to him? And he said that he was a human, wasn't he? Islamically, even the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ still honored his enemies and still had some sort of respect and humility to his enemies and wasn't there just celebrating their death and being all happy and stuff. But yeah, at the end of the day, we all know who really got Charlie Kirk. We all know who benefited the most from his death. And the fact, and all these evidences of, Erica Kirk, Trump brushing it off, Erica Kirk and Charlie Kirk meeting in Israel, just brushing off the entire case. And now we're finally getting some updates on it. It clearly proves that this is just like, they're trying to just make us forget about this and just move on. And yeah, we know who really benefited from his death.
And yes, we murked that nigga Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and peace.